What's up guys, Indy here with Ultimate Tool Reviews. Well, we're going to assemble one of the US General Series 2 tool carts today. This is the 5-drawer cart. So what you're going to need before you start, you're going to need a number 13 wrench, preferably with a ratcheting end, which is really nice. You're also going to need a Phillips number 2 screwdriver. Definitely going to need a razor knife of some sort to open up all the boxes. I used an impact driver just once on this, but you can use a screwdriver if you want to. And then for the majority of it, you're going to need a 3/8" impact wrench with a decent amount of torque. I used a 8" extension, and you're going to need a number 13 impact socket on there. This is what I used for pretty much the entire thing, all the tools you should need to assemble it. So let's go. All right, what do we have today? Picked up the US General 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics cart. Got this from Harbor Freight. They had a $30 off coupon today for it, so I got it for like $2.59. So remember, it is pretty heavy. Probably not gonna be able to get it up and off your truck very easily, but let's get the thing assembled and see how it goes from there. And so, got most of it unpacked now. Kind of assumed actually in the back of my truck because I can kind of throw all the trash in the back of there as I go. So, looks like you kind of start from the bottom here, work your way up. Not really sure how I'm going to get the chest to go in there nicely. I think it just sits on that and then you screw it in. So, hopefully I can get that in myself. But let's see if this is doable by one person. That's kind of what I want to figure out. Alright, here are the casters. Very nice and chunky casters. They are locking on the swivel ones. On the fixed ones, they don't have a lock, but definitely like these. These are really chunky, really heavy duty, and I'll make sure to add some grease to the ball bearings every once in a while as well too. Alright, so in the caster box, you're going to have 2 bags of hardware. It's going to be the bag of hardware with your locking nuts is going to be what you're going to want to use for the casters. And then these bolts in here are going to be for putting all the uprights and stuff. All the rest of the assembly is going to be the larger bag of bolts. So remember that when you open that up, it's going to be the smaller bag of bolts for the locking nuts just for your casters. Alright, so getting the bolts on the casters now, not too hard. Of course, you got to run the bolts up and then put a washer and then put a lock nut on. So let's get this on. For this project, I'm using the DeWalt DCF 903. This is kind of like their high torque 12 volt. This thing is absolutely amazing, definitely light, and the best part is you can find these on eBay, brand in the box for like $70 too. So fantastic job for kind of like, you know, the light to mid duty stuff, and you want something cheap that still has a decent amount of power. And of course, when you're assembling this, make sure you put the swivel sockets, or the swivel casters on one side and the fixed casters on the other side. So make sure you Do that and don't have to take them off later on after you get this whole thing assembled. Alright, that is all 4 wheels on now, so let's see what's next. Alright, next step is going to be attaching the uprights. Now, if you notice on the uprights, see how that middle hole is not equal to the sides here? So it says to make sure that the 1-inch lower holes, which are going to be right here from the bottom, these are going to go down. And then 1 3/8 inches from the top, these are going to go on the top there. So make sure you get that right. Alright, that's step number 4 done here. So now moving on to step number 5 through 7. Looks like we're attaching the cross supports now. Alright, then reading the instructions here, you don't want to have these smaller side supports. They don't go under, they go over and kind of overlap just like that when you put them into the corner. So remember to do that, guys, when you're putting this together. At this point now I am ready to put on the top chest now, so it's just going to lift down right down into there. It's going to sit right on those posts there, so let's see if I can do this. Awesome, there we go. Definitely make sure you watch your fingers, you're trying that yourself. Definitely doable yourself, but definitely get some effort into that. I'm going to skip ahead here one step and put on the gas struts. Kind of annoying, this thing keeps falling down, so I'm going to put this on while I can. Something I kind of found kind of funny here in the instructions. So if you notice on these instructions here, it's putting that side tray on the left side of the cart. Notice the drawers here with the larger drawer on the right side. Well, now it's showing that the handle here is going on this side, which it does depend on which side you put the swivel casters, but be aware that you should put the drawer, I mean, you could put it on either side really you wanted to, that little shelf could go on either side, but I'm going to put it on the side that recommends on the swivel caster side, which is my right side there. If you notice here, it's going to be on the left side. You could do right or left, doesn't matter which one you want to do, but it's showing them both on the same side here. So it doesn't really matter too much. I guess the handle would matter, putting on the swivel side, but other than that, it's kind of up to you. But it's a little confusing here in the directions because they're kind of showing the opposite here, which is kind of funny. Kind of funny. I was actually left with one extra bolt, but I was missing a nut. Not a big deal because the nuts for the casters are exactly the same. An extra 4 of those, which is kind of funny. So I just used one of the nuts from the casters, which are great because they're all actually all lock nuts. So I used that one instead, but there's one extra bolt from assembling it. All I've got left to do now is just put the handle on the lid, and I think that'll be it. All right, there we go. I'm at about 1 hour and 3 minutes or so. If you count, a little bit of time I had moving the camera around, that's about it. So it should take you about 1 hour to assemble this by yourself. I will say lifting the top chest in here is definitely not easy. I was able to do it, but definitely was pretty heavy. So I would say if you recommend you have 2 people help you do this. It is a little tricky. Other than that, I don't want to do a review on this just yet because I haven't really had a chance to use this thing, but so far it's pretty nice. I like the larger caster, which is really cool. The brake is nice. I had these brakes engaged because my driveway is a little bit on a slant here. I do like the locking drawers that are double locking, so if you close this, it's going to have the drawers locked now, even pulling that lock out. So there's 2 locks on the drawers, and I like having the flat workspace up here too. Gonna see about maybe upgrading this, maybe do like some type of wood up here or something would be kind of interesting. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid workbench. But you can grab it on a coupon right now. And I'm gonna try this thing out for a little bit and I'll do a review on it once I got a chance to really break this thing in and see how I like it. So guys, thanks for watching, take care. You got any questions on assembly, let me know in the description below. Other than that, I only had one issue with the assembly. The only real issue I really had was right here, was in this right corner. The holes did not want to line up, but what I found was able to do was get the two back holes in, and then everything else kind of came in a line by itself. So that's about the only issue I had assembling this thing. So guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.